Here's what's happening now. This one's going to be hard to beat, but we'll do it more than once this week. More on that ahead. Paula?
So, you don't have to ask me twice to do stories about smart kids, because I love smart kids. But for this particular project, it's not just about what this is, but who's going.
All right, you piqued our curiosity. Thanks, Paula. Also ahead, a mysterious fire in Southfield, an update on the victims, and what police are saying about the investigation. Up first, a serial rape suspect goes on trial. We have opening statements from prosecutors and an unusual decision by the defense team.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Karen Drew. First at 4, a serial rape suspect is now on trial, and his defense team did something unusual today. Akia Smith is the 32-year-old Redford Township man accused of sexually assaulting women all over Metro Detroit. Smith is charged with first and second-degree criminal sexual conduct, home invasion, and assault. Opening statements began just before noon, where Wayne County Assistant Prosecutor Danielle Bennett explained to the jurors how long the case had been built against Smith.
You're going to hear about 5 years of police work, scientific testing, of unknowns, of dead ends, essentially. And it's not until September 7th, 2016, that the questions were answered.
The attorney for Smith declined to make an opening statement. If found guilty on all charges, Smith could be sentenced to life in prison. We will have more from the courtroom on Local 4 News at 5. Now getting our first look at the Detroit man charged with the murder and sexual abuse of his 8-month-old daughter. 22-year-old James Saltmarshall was arraigned today in court. Police responded to a call when an infant was found unresponsive Friday afternoon. She died at the hospital Sunday. Prosecutors believe Saltmarshall sexually abused that child and subsequently killed her by causing head trauma. Saltmarshall will be held on a $2 million bond until his next court appearance, which is Wednesday. Police have taken one man into custody in connection with a fire at the Regal Apartments in Southfield this morning. According to authorities, the fire started about 5 a.m. at the apartment complex, which is located on Franklin Road near 11 Mile. A handful of people were treated for smoke inhalation on the scene, and one woman was taken to the hospital. There are still lots of questions about this fire. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. Let's move to Detroit's east side. There was a groundbreaking ceremony that was held at the site of the new Flex and Gate facility. The auto parts plant at the I-94 Industrial Park on Georgia Street is reportedly the result of nearly $100 million of Flex and Gate investments, expected to create 700 new jobs. Flex and Gate says they are committed to hiring Detroiters first, with a Detroit-based contractor leading the construction. In today's first forecast, we're enjoying a really gorgeous day out there, and it looks like we will be seeing more of the same, which is some great news to start our week, Ben.
Yeah, what a way to lead it off, Karen. Temperatures outside close to 70 right now, and we are only going to be getting warmer as we head towards the middle of the week, believe it or not. A little bit of a breeze just to sort of stir things up out there, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And we will be seeing 70s this week. In fact, we'll be gunning for 80 by the middle of the week. But tomorrow, we're going to be losing some of that sunshine. So temperatures still in the same ballpark, but things get a little bit less bright. And we will be cooling down for the weekend, and it's not going to be completely dry either. We'll be checking out your full forecast and your 4-zone outlook, all coming up here in just a few minutes. Karen.
All right, thank you, Ben. The hot topic in Washington this Monday could be red hot all week long, and that topic is the federal budget. The government could shut down if a spending plan is not passed by Friday night. Kimberly Gill is in the newsroom following the very latest developments on this. Kim.
Hi, Karen. Good afternoon. This is a crisis that we've actually covered before, but this time with differences. The government shut down back in 2013 when no budget was reached. Then a Democrat was president and Republicans had a Senate majority. Well, now Republicans rule both the House and the Senate. And of course, we have a Republican president. But this is Donald Trump, as you know, and President Trump has his priorities. He wants to increase defense spending. Most of the Republican majority supports that plan, but the president is also very firm on funding construction of a border wall with Mexico, despite his earlier pledges that Mexico would pay for that wall. Many don't like that idea. So the White House is actually offering a deal to Democrats. The president says he'll continue subsidy payments under Obamacare if Democrats will support funding the border wall, and that has created a sticking point.
We want our priorities funded, and one of the biggest priorities during the campaign was border security, keeping Americans safe, and part of that was a border wall.
We told the president and the Republicans weeks ago, don't try any political stunts, don't put any poison pills into this process. Let's just do our responsible, important work of funding this government.
Well, Republican leaders in Congress have voiced concern that if there is no budget agreement and the government shuts down, they will get the blame. Democrats think a deal will get done, but only if the president backs away from his demands about funding the border wall. We'll be following the debate and the arguments throughout the week. Karen, until then, we'll send it back to you.
All right, going to be an interesting week, that's for sure. Thank you, Kim. First at 4, we're also tracking stories from all around the world. Let's start in Spain with this hotel fire in Madrid. The fire broke out on the roof of the hotel. Flames and smoke filled the sky over the Spanish capital. Luckily, no one was injured. Right now, the cause of the fire is under investigation. Now we move to Israel for a dramatic memorial. People all over Israel stopped in their tracks today to remember the Holocaust. Sirens blared for 2 minutes as cars stopped in the streets and people bowed their heads. The dramatic moment is the centerpiece of Israel's Holocaust Remembrance Day, honoring 6 million Jewish victims killed by Nazi Germany during World War II. Israel's prime minister and president also attended an official wreath-laying ceremony at the country's National Holocaust Memorial in Jerusalem. President Trump honored an American woman in space today with a special phone call from the White House. Astronaut Peggy Whitson set a new record today for the most cumulative time spent in space. She's at 534 days and counting. The president was joined by his daughter Ivanka and astronaut Kate Rubins. He congratulated Whitson and highlighted his NASA budget proposals, which is pushing for human Mars missions by the 2030s. The president is hoping Peggy Whitson is further inspiration to students like these. 2 robotics teams from Lake Orion Community Schools are headed to an international competition this week. Paula Tutman spoke with the students and found their excitement and emotions are running sky high.
Hey guys, this is an entirely different kind of ball game. Of course, I've done stories about local kids going to robotics competitions. We love those kinds of stories. I think what's really cool about this one, though, is exactly who's going from this school district. Don't look now, but there's something big going around the Lake Orion School District. Did I say big? I underspoke. I mean mammoth, super mammoth. Bot fever is sweeping the district, and not just with fandom. It's not just the high school robotics team going to the World Championship competition.
We've worked really hard. We've put in multiple days and hours. In a couple days, we've stayed till midnight just working and trying our hardest to get everything right.
This one will probably work.
But wait, there's more. Scripps Middle School next door, in its first year of even developing a robotics team, has been smashing the competition with their bot, Twitch.
Well, there's these pointers we have for aiming to the center vortex for when we shoot, and every time they fold up to aim, they always like move around like that, and it starts twitching, and so we named it Twitch.
What do you think the difference? Well, what's the big difference? Your shooter? It's the shooter.
Yeah, we shoot 2 balls at once. Every ball is 5 points, so we shoot 10 points, and now we can shoot 3 balls at once.
We advanced beyond states and then super regionals, and now we're headed to St. Louis.
So you have Twitch and the high school dragon slayer of a robot named Night Fury.
They're a lot of fun. We spent a lot of time together. We were here 200 hours between January and now. I mean, 200 plus hours. So we get used to each other and we have a good time and learn a lot at the same time.
A lot of hours. We've encountered multiple difficulties and we've just worked through it. Just emotional. We've spent so much time together. It's unbelievable.
So what's it been like working with all these guys?
It's very interesting. A lot of them are very outgoing and weird.
Yeah, there we go.
With the computer age and me growing up in the 70s, yeah, I've been learning from kids for a long time. So it's good. It's kept me young. It's kept me at least one step behind them. So yeah, they teach me a lot.
You know, I get it. Our age, we're the immigrants. Kids, they are the natives when it comes to computers and robots. There are a handful of schools going from Michigan. They're going to the world. But come on, how many have the high school and the middle school? And the middle school is the first timer. My photographer, Eric, has me on this high hill overlooking this beautiful complex. So apropos. These guys, their future is absolutely vast. We wish them well. They promise they'll send us pictures so we can keep you guys posted, Karen.
We sure hope so. Man, do they put in a lot of hours, obviously, with their schoolwork. I mean, they've definitely got a passion.
They do, and you know what? You could feel that emotion from Tommy, from this close-knit family that's been created through this thing. It's just beautiful.
It really is, and best of luck to them. Thank you, Paula. Still ahead, first at 4, McDonald's under fire this afternoon for making a change you'll notice behind the fast food counter. Former President Barack Obama makes his first public appearance since leaving the White House. His new mission and who he believes can heal the divisions in our country. Up first, fighting infertility. There are some in-home tools you can use, but can they create another problem for couples? We'll be talking about that in Good Health next.
Are you coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6?
So how cool would it be to have a police escort going down Woodward Avenue?
It's causing traffic issues, safety issues. It's a real concern.
Well, in this case, it was a police chase, which is something you don't want. We have the wild video.
All right, thank you, Rod. In Good Health, high-tech help at home for couples trying to have a baby. There are now several smartphone apps to help track ovulation cycles, an app to analyze a man's sperm count, and over-the-counter tests to help identify potential fertility problems. But experts caution, while some of this technology can be helpful, many couples find it adds stress to an already stressful situation.
Sometimes this technology raises more questions than it answers, and I think a lot of couples get really caught up in the aspect of tracking and timing and charting, and that's certainly part of the equation, but it's not the whole thing.
Experts say it's best to seek a doctor's advice if you're not getting pregnant after 6 months to a year of trying, or sooner if you're older or have a history of gynecological problems. Residents in Alabama are cleaning up a lot of damage after severe weather ripped through the state over the weekend. This is video from Coleman County, north of Birmingham. Officials confirm a tornado did touch down as the storms slammed into that area. Witnesses say it sounded like a giant waterfall was actually pounding down on their homes. Even though the storm did a lot of damage, no injuries have been reported. And your family can be better prepared for storms with your own weather radio. Our annual weather radio campaign is this Wednesday. You can get a Local 4 discount on our weather radio at any Meijer store, plus free batteries from Duracell. Join us Wednesday on Local 4. And Ben Bailey will be out there on that day, too, talking with folks about the importance of having those radios.
Yeah, you know, even as much technology is advanced, this is still, we think, the best way to stay safe in a storm, at least to get the initial information.
Right, get that warning that it's there so then you can take the right action.
And then start watching us, and we'll fill you in on the rest.
It's so beautiful today. Oh, so nice.
I'm just putting my feet up in the office. There's not a lot to do this week. But I'll tell you, you get those windows open, and it just feels fantastic out there. 69 is where we're at Metro. A couple 70s up here in Flint and Lapeer. Out towards Jackson, slightly warmer in Lansing at 71. And this is not even the warmest temperatures that we are going to see this week. We will beat those numbers at least twice, and we'll talk about that coming up. Pollen reports, this is probably the only bit of bad news that we've got. High levels of pollen, especially with cottonwood, birch, and maple trees. So if that is your allergy, yeah, it's going to be a problem. At least grass and weeds still not pollinating, so that is a little bit of good news. We've got some high clouds that have been floating in from the west. Generally, we will see the clouds increase tonight, but we're still going to be on the dry side of things until we get into Thursday. Warm front starts to lift north tonight. Not going to be a whole lot with it except an increase in clouds. You see that there's quite a mess out here in the Atlantic states. This is what plagued parts of Tennessee and is now getting the Carolinas wet, and we'll talk more about this on Local 4 News at 5:30. There are going to be a couple raindrops possible tomorrow morning, but it is an outside shot really late tonight going into tomorrow morning. Other than that, dry conditions continue all the way through the middle of the week, and temperatures spike. We're going to make a run at 80 degrees in a couple locations, at least by Wednesday. Then on Thursday, that cold front still out west of us in the morning. It's going to get closer to us by the close of business on Thursday, and that'll be our one good chance of rain, at least during the work week. Going into the weekend, things could get wet as well. 49 tonight, clouds on the increase, and again, a slight shower chance, but I think most of us are going to stay dry. Here's your 4-zone outlook. Today was gorgeous. Tomorrow, not much different as far as temperatures go. High temperatures in the metro zone, about 66 in Dearborn, maybe a little bit cooler here in the city, 64 degrees. We'll hit 68 in Romulus. Should have a lot of clouds around for about the first 2/3 of the day, and then we'll start working some sunshine in late. That should allow temperatures to get to 70 there in Morenci, but here in Monroe County, 57 in Luna Pier, 57 in Monroe, and generally mid to upper 60s in the south zone. West zone temperatures anywhere between 67 in Flint and 68 down in Ann Arbor and Canton. And in our north zone tomorrow, 60s all around except for closer to the lake, probably hitting 55 there in Lexington for a high temperature. Generally, though, milder conditions down towards M59. Temperatures getting close to 80 degrees there on Wednesday, still in the 70s for high temperatures on Thursday. And we do see a little bit of a cool down going into the weekend. Late Saturday going into Sunday, good chance of showers and thunderstorms. So not a complete washout, especially if you got things to do early on Saturday. That looks pretty good. But temperature wise, you can't beat it. We're above average for all of the next 7 days, Karen.
All right, we'll take it. Thank you, Ben. In today's trending stories, former President Barack Obama makes his first public appearance since leaving the White House, and a celebrity concert at 30,000 feet. The heartwarming reason behind this surprise performance when we come back. But first, as we go to break, take a look at how the markets have closed for your Monday. We'll be right back. In our trending stories today, former President Barack Obama makes his first public appearance after leaving the White House. Mr. Obama returned to Chicago, his hometown, to speak at the University of Chicago. The former community organizer says he wants to work with young people to get them ready for public service. He believes it's the next generation that will be able to mend some of the divisions in our country. Well, have you heard about this? The Hashbrown recall. It's pretty unusual. A food company says the frozen Southern style hash browns might contain pieces of golf balls. Yes, golf balls. It says parts of those golf balls may have been accidentally harvested with the potatoes, and that obviously can pose a choking hazard. Luckily, Michigan's not affected by the recall. The closest states affected are Illinois and Wisconsin. Well, sometimes we are surprised by what's trending, and this is a hot topic today. One of those cases that people are really not loving, those new uniforms for McDonald's employees. Uniforms are gray, and McDonald's describes them as comfortable and contemporary. Critics say they look like something out of the Hunger Games and are using terms like soul-crushing and McDeath Star. McDonald's says a survey showed 70% of employees like the new uniforms.
Soul-crushing?
Yeah, I think it's fine, but yeah, soul crushing seems a little strong, right?
Yeah, I mean, every time I go to a McDonald's, they're usually wearing T-shirts, so like
the McDonald's T-shirt thing.
Yeah, it just looks like flight attendants on an airline to me.
But yeah, don't mess. World famous musician giving a surprise concert on Delta. Take a quick listen to Kenny G. It was definitely a unique sight. He was flying from Florida to Los Angeles, and apparently a fellow passenger says the saxophone player was sitting next to an off-duty flight attendant who lost her daughter to brain cancer. Those two were talking, obviously sharing the story, and Kenny wanted to do something to somewhat try to pick up her spirits, so he started playing, and also he raised more than $2,000 for the cancer charity Relay for Life.
Very cool.
Yeah, very cool, very classy. Well, we've all heard, don't feed the animals at the zoo. Well, now there's another thing you shouldn't try. Just ask this panda who got too close for comfort. That story's next.
Selfies, Snapchats, text messages. Criminals seem to love it as much as anyone.
Facebook has been probably one of the greatest inventions and tools for law enforcement ever.
Postings on Facebook and Instagram ending up in police reports, prosecutor's office, and in criminal trials.
There is nothing, absolutely nothing temporary on the net. We can find it.
How technology and social media mistakes are landing bad guys behind bars in record numbers. The Defenders, tonight at 11.
Mario's.
Well, here's a story that shows you might want to be careful if you ever try to take a selfie with a wild animal behind you.
Oh,
Yikes.
Panda caretaker in China tried to take a selfie with one of her cute, cuddly bears. The panda was not having it and decided to make lunch out of her lid.
Good news is just being fun. Nobody got hurt in that. All right. Thanks so much for joining us for First at 4. Inside Edition is next.